What if targeted cold exposure could rapidly regulate your root chakra? There's real neuroscience behind why this works. In today's video, you'll learn how to use cold exposure intentionally to train your nervous system and normalize flow through your root chakra. You'll learn how this simple yet powerful practice builds nervous system resilience, and I'll teach you a research-based protocol that you can start today. The root chakra is associated with safety, stability, and grounding, your foundational sense of being safe in your body and in the world. From an anatomical perspective, this maps directly onto your nervous system, especially in your survival response. At the base of the spine, the root chakra aligns with the lumbosacral plexus, the nerve network that controls your lower body, your entire physical foundation. What's often described as a root chakra imbalance reflects a nervous system that doesn't feel safe. Your body senses threat and your sympathetic nervous system activates. Stress hormones are released from your adrenal glands, your muscles tighten, and you feel ungrounded. But here's something that most people don't realize. Your stress isn't just coming from your environment, it's coming from the constant dialogue that's running in your mind. Thoughts like, what if I lose this relationship? I don't have enough money. I need to figure this out right now. I can't relax until everything is secure. These subtle narratives create tension, locking your body in a survival response, even when nothing is actually happening in the moment. This is where cold exposure becomes a powerful tool. Cold exposure acts as a pattern interrupt. It pulls your attention out of your mind and into your body, giving you a real-time opportunity to consciously regulate and break the loop. Cold is also a stressor. It activates the same survival response. The sympathetic nervous system increases your heart rate, shortens your breath, and tightens your body. But here's the shift. If you place your attention on slowing your breath, relaxing your muscles, and staying present, you send a completely different signal to your body. I am safe, even in stress. And this can open up the space for you to tune back into your inner guidance. You're training a powerful feedback loop. When encountering stress, you introduce awareness and intentional regulation, creating a bridge to safety. And over time, this can help retrain your nervous system baseline. Now, here's how you can use targeted cold exposure to regulate root chakra stress in a protocol supported by science. In terms of temperature, most studies use cold water immersion at temperatures of 50 to 59 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 to 15 degrees Celsius, which is enough to stimulate the nervous system without overwhelming it. Here's something important. More intensity doesn't mean better results for nervous system regulation. You do not need to go to extremes like an ice bath or cold plunge. I have personally done this, and I want to spare you the extreme cold, as it does not provide additional benefit for this purpose and can be highly stressful and even overwhelming for some people. I follow the principle of lowest effective dose, so you only need to lower the temperature to a level that elicits the nervous system response for training. In terms of duration, research commonly uses 2 to 5 minutes for nervous system activation and recovery. Some studies apply cold exposure for up to 10 to 15 minutes or more in controlled settings. However, shorter durations are shown to be just as effective for autonomic regulation. Steadily working up to 5 minutes should be enough to train your nervous system response, especially if you're using temperatures at the colder end of the range. In terms of frequency, consistency matters more than intensity. 2 to 5 times per week has been used in studies to improve recovery and nervous system balance. Now, there are a few different methods of cold exposure. Cold water immersion is the most studied. Full or partial immersion produces the strongest systemic response and has been shown to increase parasympathetic activity and heart rate variability, a key marker of nervous system regulation. Cold showers are less intense but still effective, especially when combined with controlled, slow breathing and relaxation. And if you're looking for quick relief in a moment of acute stress, cold on the face is actually extremely effective. This activates the diving reflex, a survival mechanism triggered by cold water touching the face while holding your breath. It causes an immediate decrease in heart rate and redirects blood flow from limbs to vital organs to conserve oxygen and tolerate cold. This rapidly activates the vagus nerve, increases parasympathetic tone, and calms the system in 30 seconds or less. And for targeted root chakra intervention of the lower body, you can practice barefoot exposure to cold ground. Though less studied directly, this works through increased sensory input and interoception, bringing awareness into the body and supporting regulation through peripheral nerve stimulation. The most critical principle of this research is consistent across all studies. It's not just the temperature or the duration that matters. The benefit comes from how your nervous system responds, not just the cold itself. If you can focus on slowing your breathing, relaxing your body, and staying present in the moment, you shift the signal from "this is a threat" to "this is safe." And the intentional reps are what actually trains your nervous system. Now, there are some physiological differences between men and women. Women often have greater cold sensitivity and may cool faster due to differences in body composition and circulation, while men may tolerate longer exposure due to higher muscle mass and heat production. However, research shows that the nervous system response patterns are similar. Therefore, the protocol doesn't fundamentally change. The real takeaway is that individual tolerance matters more than biological sex. You should always listen to your body and tune your own protocol accordingly. The optimal protocol is always the minimum intensity that provides enough stimulus for you to practice regulation. Here is a practical beginner protocol. Use a temperature between 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. Begin with 1 to 3 minutes, working up to 5 minutes as tolerated. Practice this at a frequency of 3 to 5 times per week. Focus on slow nasal breathing, long exhales, and relaxing instead of resisting. Remember, the goal isn't to fight the cold. It's to learn to stay relaxed during the stress, because that's what teaches your nervous system to drop resistance to what is and return to a safe, neutral baseline. Over time, this practice shifts your awareness and attention into your body to regulate your nervous system, interrupting repetitive stress patterns and habitual narratives in cognitive loops. It can help you create space for greater clarity, presence, and alignment with your internal guidance. Okay, my friends, I hope you find this practice helpful. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.